To quote a famous scientist, roads, where we're going, we don't need roads. Start the countdown. Welcome back to the Investor Place Launchpad, where we take a look at trending investment ideas and try to rocket them to the moon. I'm Head of Mission Control Aaron Davis, and this week we're taking off into the world of eVTOLs, otherwise known as electric vehicle takeoff and landing vehicles. As always, before we dive in, we'd love to continue to grow our channel here at Investor Place, so feel free to hit that like and subscribe button and smash that notification bell to stay up to date with us here at the Launchpad. With all of that out of the way, let's take off into the world of eVTOLs and see where it might take us. Flying cars have been a staple of science fiction since the advent of the automobile. As materials and battery technologies have continued to evolve over the last few years, it seems that science fiction could soon become a reality. Sunday night, 60 Minutes saw Anderson Cooper take off in the single-seat eVTOL Hexa, a battery-powered one-man aircraft created by Austin-based Lyft Aircraft. The company envisions a future where these one-man drones serve as a method of taxi service. Cooper was also privy to see the Joby Aviation Inc.'s eVTOL, the Joby Aircraft. A four-person, to-be-piloted aircraft with a range of 150 miles on a single charge, the unmanned demonstration showed Cooper the ease of takeoff and the low sound profile of the craft. Potentially as a direct result of the 60-minute expose, search terms like Joby Aviation and eVTOLs were up Monday morning on Google Trends at a staggering 3,850%. Joby stock similarly was up 2.31% in pre-market trading at around $5.32. While the technological innovations continue in the eVTOL sector, with many companies vying to be the Uber of the sky, Cooper is quick to highlight the rigorous approval process from governmental regulation like the FAA and Europe's ESA. While that process may be rigorous, Cooper's interview with FAA Acting Administrator Billy Nolan conveyed a cautious optimism to the future of both manned and unmanned eVTOLs. Nolan stated, "We want to be very careful, we want to be very measured, but you're absolutely right, this is real and this is happening. We've come a long way from where we were just, a mere decade ago." While the 60-minute examination of the eVTOL industry has certainly highlighted interest in the various companies visited by Cooper, Investor Place has been cautiously bullish on the industry, specifically Joby, for quite a while. Joby has seen investors in partnerships across the board, from SK Telecom, ANA Holdings, Toyota, and Pinterest co-founder Paul Sciarra. SK Telecom is one of South Korea's largest telecommunications companies that has promoted the notion of urban air mobility. Most importantly, the future of eVTOLs, they have facilitated the development of the air taxi plan in South Korea. Ryo Young-sang, CEO of SKT, was just as optimistic about the partnership with Joby, stating, "By joining forces with Joby, a global leader in this field, we expect to accelerate our journey towards the era of urban air mobility and lead the way on introducing this new technology. Collaborating with leading global companies is essential to securing leadership in future industries, which we are confident will be driven by the growth of UAM, autonomous driving, and robots." ANA Holdings is the largest airline in Japan and plans to bring the company's flying taxi service to the country. This partnership sees the two companies working together on all aspects of bringing the service to Japan. This covers infrastructure, pilot training, flight operations, air traffic management, public acceptance, and the regulatory requirements. Toyota's investment of $400 million in Joby when the company went public last year also has plans for providing ground support as part of the service, while billionaire Paul Sciarra has put in, quote, "a small fortune," end quote, and serves as Joby's executive chairman. Sciarra quotes the service to be as easy as, quote, "take out your phone, pull out an app, and with one click, you're booking the whole trip. So a car is coming to wherever you are in Manhattan. It's taking you to the takeoff and landing location, the vertiport, and you're hopping into the Joby and it's flying you to your final destination. Now maybe there's a car at the other end, or you're just walking to the tail end." With continued successful testing and optimistic outlook of FAA approval, as well as healthy Q4 2021 earnings, the company seems poised to fly high in coming years. Ultimately, though, how close are we to seeing flying cars as common as calling up an Uber? According to Investor Place senior investment analyst and friend of the show, Luke Lango, not that long at all. As we continue to see vintage science fiction become reality, robotic vacuum cleaners, video calls, tablets, smartwatches, electric and self-driving vehicles, Luke asked the question, where are the flying cars? His answer, soon. And by soon, 2024. Cooper's interviews had similar delivery dates, but Luke suggests that there's opportunities to invest before the eventual takeoff of eVTOLs. For Lango's full analysis of reasons why eVTOLs will be paramount in the coming years, you can head on over to investorplace.com, but some of the highlights are as follows. The concept of translating a flying vehicle to a car instead of a car to a flying vehicle, cost effectiveness, energy effectiveness, and most importantly, addressing the idea of traffic and congestion are all sound reasons as to why eVTOLs are well on their way to becoming a reality. While Luke is quick to address the concept of adoption taking time, he suggests that investors who get in early will see huge gains in the next 5+ years. With many eVTOL companies vying for the top spot, are we looking at options in our air taxi services, similar to current ride-sharing services? Will we see eVTOLs battling it out like Uber and Lyft? Ultimately, time will tell as we eventually take to the skies. But what do you think? Would you like to fly to work instead of waiting in traffic? Would you prefer piloted or autonomous air taxis? Are eVTOLs the next big investment? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments section below. Well, that's all we have from the Launchpad this week. If you'd like more insights like this and Luke Lango's breakdown of flying vehicles, head on over to investorplace.com, where we release articles daily. And as always, check back with us here at the Launchpad, where we will continue to look for trends like eVTOLs and Joby, and as always, try to shoot for the moon.